Welcome to In Pursuit with Pastor Bill.
Hey, I'm just a simple guy in pursuit of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, wild game, fish that swim under the ice, tender smoked meat, tasty grilled meat, and Denise.
In this hour, we are going to be talking about all of that and a whole lot more. Bill has been with Maranatha since 2005 and the campus pastor at Maranatha Chisago Lakes campus since 2011. Come along and join In Pursuit.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby!
A new toy, huh, Bill?
Yeah, it is a new toy.
Oh, man.
Yes. I'm very excited. James sent me out with this. So, here, okay, we got to get rolling. I'm a little distracted right now.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, is that good. I don't want to say anything until it's all gone because the people at the Forest Lake camp this year are going to be listening live and they're all going to run in here to grab. So
lock the doors, Shane, lock the doors.
Put something in front of that door.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
If I get another piece, don't worry, they're not getting it.
Yeah, it's so good, so good. So, hey, it's good to be here in Pursuit. My name's Bill.
I'm Denise.
I'm Matt.
Shane. James.
I love it. Shane and James are here. And by the way, thank you guys so much, Shane and James, for filling in for us live last week.
Yeah, James did a great job. It was a great message.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, that's good.
I think
It was fun
listened.
listening.
We were able to listen to almost the entire thing while we were driving home.
Yeah.
You guys did outstanding. I mean, just natural, so cool.
Yep, it was good.
That was very fun. And yeah, the book James was talking about last week, The Reckless...
Pursuit of...
getting rid of busy or something like that.
I can't remember.
Yeah, Shane is asking him right now.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Ruthless elimination of hurry.
Yeah.
Ruthless elimination.
Yeah, so it's a book James kind of based a devotional thought he shared last week because we were gone last week. And so James kind of had this devotional thought based on that book, and it's a phenomenal book.
What's it called?
The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, I'm a big book guy. In fact, I got some books for you guys.
Oh.
I got some presents for you. We'll call them that.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. So Matt Kangas is here. He's going to join us today. He's going to be part of all the conversations throughout. And then at the second half, he is going to share a lesson for us because Matt's just unbelievable. So we'll talk more about Matt. Just gave me a book called Endurance. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to... What's the hidden message there? He's like, I watch you on Sundays. You got to work on endurance a little bit.
No, you definitely don't need to work on endurance and
5 services.
Maybe brevity. No.
Wait a minute. You guys are laughing. I don't even know what it means.
No. I'm a big book guy in general, and I always keep a few books on the shelf that I just love to gift over and over. And these are two of the books that I gift most often. So
cool.
I think Endurance, it's a Shackleton story about Antarctica and his survival story down there. It's a great book for, I think, any kind of man, any kind of person, especially in the modern world today, just with how easy we have things and to see how they got through all those challenges down there. And
Very cool.
It's a great survival story. And
That's
then
awesome.
Denise, I know Denise, you have...
1 second after.
Yeah.
One
Have you
second.
read that book
Nope,
before?
I haven't.
Okay. I know you have like a little bit of conspiracy theory in you. So this is like the perfect book for you.
Really?
All right.
Is it going to send me down a hole?
Yeah, it's gonna send you down a hole. You might not sleep for a couple of weeks, Denise, but
That's awesome.
but
So then I'll need endurance.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. So it's a pretty fun book though. It's a novel based on well, we'll let you read it, but
Okay.
a threat to the United States and to
cool.
modern society, and then how we can kind of collapse on each other and stuff.
Interesting.
It'll get your mind going.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited to read it. Cool.
Very exciting, very exciting. So here's the deal. We always do this, Matt. We always ask people to text us if they're listening.
Okay.
So do you have your phone with you?
Oh, I do have my phone.
So if you happen to be listening and you have one of our numbers, mine, Denise's, Shane's, James, or Matt's, please send us a text. Megan texted, obviously. She said, we are listening. And wait a minute. Is that...
Heather's listening. She sent a...
Heather's listening with one of these.
Yeah, baby! baby.
She said that.
mean.
So it looks like Megan, BJ, Molly, and Georgia are all listening. I got a picture of
super
these 4
fun.
ladies
Are they
that
making
are
cookies?
Super
listening.
fun. Oh, they're making cookies. Hopefully some of those will show up at our door.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Hint, hint. Hint, hint.
Boy, they look really good too. Daggone. Well, thanks for sending that. And then I got a message that Peyton and Cindy Noble are listening. And I got a message, Matt, from your wife. But it was a mistake. She was meaning to send it to someone else. So I think Jana's listening. I don't really know. But yeah, so let us know if you're listening. We just always like to know that people are out there. Otherwise, we're sitting here wondering and kind of going like this. Matt's already tired of it. Matt's like, wait a minute, I thought this thing was serious. I thought this was a serious show going on
I
here.
told Jeffrey that we have 5 or 6 listeners every week. And he kind of showed me, you got more than that, Mom, right? And I said, well, I don't know. Because not everybody texts us.
Hey, wait a second. James added buttons to this.
He did.
Oh,
You have 2
I got to
pages.
see what they do.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a boom.
Yeah.
And what's this one?
Is that a screw-up one? Like,
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, James. Oh, that's so
that's
good. So
funny.
anyway, it's so good to be here. Matt, I'm so excited that you're here. We're going to get into more talking with Matt, obviously, but here's the deal. So you brought us an unbelievable treat today.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so we always talk about food. Like, food is a pretty good size of this first half of the show we talk about, kind of what we've made. So, like, when we were on vacation, we went up to Bluefin Bay, and where we stay has a full kitchen and everything.
oh, nice.
And Denise is a phenomenal cook, and so she brings food that we eat. Like, we go out a couple times,
Yeah.
but otherwise, like, we eat on vacation.
and you have the time to cook,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
time to clean up,
Yeah,
and
so
hang out.
just delicious. So she brought a couple of chuck roasts with.
Ooh, nice.
And threw them in the oven, cooked them like all day, and then and that night we had some squash, some baked potatoes,
Yeah.
and then some of these chuck roasts, and it was just out of this world.
What's,
like it when
what's
they-
your secret with chuck roast? How do you?
Just long and slow.
Long and slow. Like
and
what
they just
temperature?
Fall apart. I think I did 325.
Okay.
I maybe turned it down to 300 because I put it in pretty early, and I didn't want to overcook it.
Yeah.
But yeah, plenty of moisture, plenty of seasoning, and then just long and slow.
Okay.
And it just, he didn't even, I don't know if you had 2 forks in your hands.
And it's just shredded.
It just
Oh,
fell
nice.
apart. So
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Yep.
And we had 2 pieces of bacon left from breakfast that morning, and so I just laid them across the top. So plenty of fat on there, and it was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was so good. So that's
It was not as good as what we're eating right now.
So Matt, you have to tell us. Matt brought us in a treat. You got to tell us how you made this. That's the whole thing. What it is, how did you make it, your seasoning, everything.
Oh, man, we
this
can't
is
give
some
away
of the best
all the
I've ever-
the secrets.
Just a little.
I'll give all the secrets away, Matt.
The big
That's what
picture
keeps
is,
people coming back.
I would say I kind of take pride in making wild game, because as a kid we had wild game, but I didn't like it. It was always dried up in a crock pot, or and just chew on it like leather forever and stuff. So as I got older, I was like, there's times I've had really good game, and so I kind of just went down a rabbit hole of trying to figure out the best way to cook it. And I think, like Denise said, low and slow, right? And then I came across this sous vide method. I was actually down in Pensacola, Florida, at this restaurant I went to, and I was not a pork chop fan before, because again, Mom made pork chops and they turned out like hockey pucks, as a kid.
Yeah.
And so
Well, you couldn't undercook pork because you thought you were going to die.
yeah. Well, look, we're all still here.
We're going to tapeworm, yeah.
But anyhow, the chef there, because he kind of sat at the bar where the chef cooks, I was like, what should I get off the menu? He said, get the pork chop. And I'm not a pork chop guy, right? Get the pork chop. So he brings out this pork chop, and first of all, I cut into it, and it looks more like medium rare. And like Denise said, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should be eating this. And he
Trichinosis.
yeah. He explains that it's a sous vide method. So it's this French water bath. You put it in a sealed Ziploc bag or a sealed bag of some sort, and then you cook it in a water bath at a specific temperature over a longer period of time. So it sterilizes it while it cooks it, but it can never overcook. So, for example, this venison I cooked at 129 degrees and seared it afterwards, but the water temperature is set at 129 degrees. So unlike an oven that you might even set low at 200 degrees, that venison could overcook and continue to creep up to that 200 degrees. In sous vide, it sticks at that 129 for as long as you want. And then over time, you know, there's a little bit of art to the madness, but over time, you can get it to break down some of the tissues at that 129 or just tenderize it. And then afterwards, I just sear it. But it's super easy. There's like no cleanup. That's a great. That's probably why I really like it, because there's no cleanup. I feel like I'd love to be a chef as long as I didn't have to clean up.
Somebody else.
Yeah.
That's right. So do you put seasoning in the bag when you do the sous vide? Okay.
I do. So the trick is, for me, is I always put something. I use coconut amino acids, but you could use Worcestershire or some kind of soy sauce if you want, any kind of saltiness to it. And then you have to have an acid, right? So an orange juice or a pineapple juice. I typically like pineapple juice, and that helps break down some of the tissue and give it a little bit of flavor. And then salt, pepper, garlic.
Wonderful.
Throw it in there,
It's
a little
so
bit of
good.
olive oil, and then afterwards I just sear it. But that's pretty much the secret, which is no secret anymore.
It's not anymore.
No.
5 or 6 people know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, like, we're eating this right now, and this is,
It's so good.
It's out of this world.
Well,
I
so
can't even say.
when Jana and I first started dating, Jana was basically a vegetarian.
Oh
Completely
dear.
vegetarian, maybe a little bit of fish, pescatarian, and we changed that with the sous vide method. And now she's requests steak and bear, but we figured out a way to make it taste good and make it enjoyable, and allows
Yeah.
me to go hunting more.
It's
All right, it's a
wonderful,
win-win
yes.
situation, right?
Yep. Because Matt's a big hunter. If Jenna's a vegetarian, that's pretty hard.
yeah, that would be something.
Yeah, I've seen her eat meat though. She
Yeah,
cooked
now
for us,
now she likes it. Yeah,
that's
yep.
good.
So Jana texted me again that she's listening, but she also sent me a picture of a little baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's how old is he now?
I think 6 weeks coming on. I think 6 weeks yesterday.
Wow.
He's so
Theodore.
cute.
Yeah. Theodore.
Did you get it too?
Yes, I did.
Little Theodore.
Theo, Teddy.
Any of the above?
Yeah, any of the above.
And healthy and doing good?
Yeah, healthy, doing great.
That's
Starting to sleep a little more.
Yeah,
Has a big appetite.
that's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Danielle Peterson is listening. Alice Patopa is listening. That's wonderful.
Wow, we got so many people
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
It's good.
You're bringing them in, Matt.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Next week, you're going to have 0 listeners. I guess it's Christmas, but next show.
Well,
yeah, we'll
this meet
scare 'em all
really
away.
is, like, it's just crazy. So we talked a little bit about your wild game. So one of the things that you love to do, and I like, we could spend this whole time just talking to you about your hobbies and what you do and how intensely you do these things. Like, so you said this meat that we're eating here, this is Minnesota white-tailed deer, but this is like for a lot of us, that's all we hunt is Minnesota white-tailed deer, but for you, this is the most like
Basic.
boring. I was gonna say, but yeah, basic hunting that you do.
Yep.
So what's your favorite? Because you go out west and you've hunted for a month at a time out in the backcountry out west.
Yeah. I think I'd have to choose. So if I'm hunting with a couple guys, like my buddies, it's elk hunting, archery elk hunting. Love it, absolutely love it, but it's such a team effort, right? An elk's so big, it's a lot for a solo guy to be out. It's emotionally taxing, it's physically taxing. Once you get one down, it's taxing.
I can't imagine.
So that's fun with a team, and we work as a team, and I think that makes us fairly successful. If I'm going out solo, it'd be rifle mule deer hunting. There's something about big country being out there with a really nice pair of binoculars and spotting scope and going out of my backpack.
Sure. And literally, like, you'll spend a month just living out of your backpack.
Yep. Yeah, I think this year I spent 22 days in a sleeping bag.
Wow.
Or in a tent, and I think 19 of those were in the backcountry out of my backpack.
Wow. Isn't that amazing?
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. What would you say is your favorite wild game meat to eat?
Ooh, antelope.
Really?
Off of antelope. So antelope goes both ways, right? Antelope can taste super sagey and kind of gamey. It's like whitetail if they've been just eating browse, right? But if an antelope's been on an alfalfa field for their entire life, whew,
Really?
that's pretty good.
I've never had it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to get you some antelope.
Yeah, we will. That's right. Yeah.
Long, awkward pause.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you're an avid big game hunter. You were in the military. You're like I was telling Pastor Mike last week, actually, when you were coming, like just an unbelievable communicator. Like the times that you've spoke at church to our men, even a weekend, you preached an entire weekend at our Chisago campus. Like,
Fabulous job.
just an unbelievable communicator.
Yeah.
And so you have all of these different components of your life that, like, you could speak to and challenge us and encourage us and inspire us with. That's why it's like, gosh, this could be a month series on In Pursuit, In Pursuit of all that Matt Kangas can tell us.
Oh,
Teach
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
And food every week.
Yeah,
Oh, wow,
every
Matt,
week.
that's great.
This is good incentive
We're
to
going to
have
have to
a
start
guest.
taking venison donations.
Yeah. We'll do a mail-in thing. Yeah, well, that's good. Well, I'm really looking forward to the second half where you get really kind of dialed in on what you're going to challenge us and our listeners with, and obviously anybody that listens later on podcast form, just kind of with the thoughts you put together. Thank you for the book, by the way. I'm
thank
reading.
you.
I just finished one when we were on vacation. I read a book called Trust Issues. I think it's another one that James gave me. I think James must think I'm a little illiterate or
He gave you a library card for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he says, here's an app.
Yeah.
Read a book, would you?
Yeah.
And the name of the book that I read was called Trust Issues. And so, I don't know what James is trying to tell me, but the whole thing, so I started reading it just because of life experience. I have a hard time trusting people.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was kind of what I thought this book was going to be about. But funny enough, it actually turned around and it was being trustworthy.
Oh, yeah.
Are you trustworthy? And to the people around you and to the Lord,
Yep.
are you trustworthy? And so
he threw the book into Lake Superior.
I was mad.
Yeah, right off Bluefin Bay there. Yeah.
Right off the back deck, it went. Yeah.
Not true.
No, but it is. It was a good read.
So
Yeah.
what's trustworthy to you, Bill? How do you define trust?
That I would have in somebody else, or to me being trustworthy.
How about you being trustworthy? So,
Well, I think the biggest thing is being a person of integrity. I mean, just are you who you say you are? You know, and I think especially within Christians, a lot of non-believers and fringe churchgoers, they don't trust Christians. Specifically, I'd say they don't trust pastors. Because there's this, I'm one way in front of you, like I'm going to be one way here, and I would be completely different if we went hunting.
Yep.
Or I'm completely different when I go home, or I'm completely different with my kids, or whatever else, So I think that are you who you say you are? Mm-hmm. Are you who people see?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Does your mind, words, and actions and heart all match
right.
up?
Yeah,
right? Are they the same thing?
Does it line up? Yeah. Yep. And so I think there's a lot of that. Years ago, a guy, his name's Dan Whitty, and I don't know if you've met him. He comes to our church.
Okay.
Years ago, because he's all about do what you say you're going to do. That's his whole thing.
Yep.
And he told me years ago, he said, you know what, you don't want to be an I'm a do. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. And so you say all this stuff, but you don't follow through with it. And I think that's part of the integrity of, I am who I say I am. I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. I'm going to own up to my mistakes.
Yep.
To me, all of that is trustworthy. You know, in this book, it talked a lot about, you know, are you the same when you're standing at the pulpit as you are alone when you're in your room? And it's just you, you know, when nobody around you is watching, you know, my wife isn't there. Well, do I look at different things on my computer or my phone when my wife isn't there? Do I look at different things? Am I a different person? Do I show her somebody other than, like I want to be by myself, or if I go out hunting with the guys, I want to be the same guy that she sees me as. Mm-hmm. That to me creates that trustworthiness. Okay. You know, standing for the truth, standing for honesty, integrity. You know, so, and I think. Not. We could go down this road probably quite a ways, but I think that's one of the things about this book that really, like Denise jokingly said, I threw it in the lake, but I probably told her a number of times, man, I don't like this book, you know, because it causes you to look inside.
Yeah, analyze it.
He really does like the book. Yeah, it just it makes you think.
Yeah, challenges you.
Yeah, and I like being challenged. I want to be a better man always, you know. Yep. But I think part of the reason why it's very convicting for someone like me is because as I look back in my life, in the wake of my, you know, last 53 years, there is a lot of reasons I've given people not to trust me. Mm-hmm. Like I'm reading this book and I'm thinking of so many different things where I didn't follow through, or where I lied, or I deceived, or I pretended I was this person when in reality I was this person. And I think because of how I was, that's probably part of, not all, but that's part of why I have a hard time trusting other people, is because I put on a pretty good show for years and lied for years and pretended for years. And so it's like, if I can do it, I know anybody can do it. And I automatically assume everybody's doing it, and so I'm not going to trust anybody.
Yeah. So you feel you're wearing a mask through those younger years, and everyone else is wearing a mask.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
So yeah, it's a good book. I mean, it was from the perspective, the guy that wrote it's a pastor, and so it's challenging, but again, it inspires you to be more. Yeah. You know, and then I started a different book then a few days ago called Heavenly Man, and I think there's all kinds of different opinions about this book, but what it is it's about a guy that lived in China, you know, 70s, 80s, 90s, and was a believer and had to deal with the persecution of being a very outspoken believer in China, you know. And even once the Three Self Church started, where they kind of gave this imagery of, well, we're going to be okay with Christianity, yet it was extremely monitored, extremely, you know, like you had secure boundaries there. Yep. Well, the underground church in China was they were filled with the Spirit, and they were, you know, people were getting saved and all this stuff, but they were also being imprisoned, and they were being whipped, and they were being beaten, and like the level of persecution some of these people went through, you know. So I'm reading that book right now, and again, it's another one that I put it down, I come up to Denise, and I'm like, man, I'm a wimp. Like
that's what the endurance book makes me feel like.
Oh, great. It makes you feel that way. I'm going to be curled up in the fetal position. Why did I get up today?
That's funny.
But it's good to be challenged. I mean, I really do. I do like being challenged like that.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, you got to grow.
You do.
And you got to challenge yourself to grow.
You do, yeah. Right. And you know, I think a lot of people don't, because it's easier to sit in the status quo. Yeah. And just kind of coast through life and whatever happens. Yeah. But if you want to affect change, you have to allow yourself to be affected by change. Mm-hmm. That could be a year theme, you know what I mean? Like to grow, you have to be willing to grow. Some of the greatest leaders that you'll read about are people that allowed others to speak into their life, you know? That's why, so like someone like you, and like I mean that all of this, everything I'm saying, Matt, and because we joke, but I mean it from my heart. Like there's so much that I can learn from someone like you, like in so many aspects and so many ways of life, like the respect I have for you, like you inspire me, you know, and I mean, granted, you're 20 years older than me, but you know, it's like
What?
nobody can see on camera.
Yeah. No video.
He's not
Yeah.
20 years older.
But it's sincerely though, it's like, and I think that's who we want to surround ourselves by.
Yeah, absolutely. You are the person you're surrounded
Absolutely,
by.
yeah.
I truly believe that.
Yeah.
And I think I've grown to the person I am because of the people I've been surrounded. I've just been blessed with great mentors, peers throughout my entire life that have shown me positive things and have brought me to where I am. I've literally just ridden on the coattails of other people to get to where I am today.
Yeah.
That's all part of God's plan, I think.
It is, absolutely it is, yeah. But I think that there is a quality that you have to be willing. Like you can be in the presence of the most amazing people and not change.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't listen, you don't learn, and you don't apply what they say, you know? I remember 20 years ago when I first started here, I remember the first time I preached at the Forest Lake campus on a Sunday morning. I was freaking out. I didn't sleep the whole night before. I mean, it was like, this is unbelievable. I'm preaching on a Sunday morning. There's hundreds of people. And immediately, like afterwards, then I go into Pastor Mike's office, and he kind of helps break down the message, the delivery, all this stuff. And immediately at that point, I just started eating up that coaching, you know? I don't call it criticism, but that coaching, that critiquing, that, and because it's like if you actually want to improve, you have to have that right mindset to listen and apply.
Yep.
And if you go in prideful and think, well, I don't need anything from you, like, then you're going to be right where you're at for the rest of your life. So it's like you say, the people you've surrounded yourself with, yep, that's part of it. I would say a large part of it has been your willingness, your humility, your desire. Like, I want to grow. I want to be continuously growing in all of these areas of life.
Yeah, I'd agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a mindset that I don't think as many people have as we think. So anyway, you can tell we could talk. We can talk and talk and talk. But before we get too far down the road, I think we need to experience, Matt, you got to experience our word of the week.
Oh, word of the week. All right.
Word of the week. This is the part of the show where Denise and Bill learn new words in pursuit of knowledge and understanding of the English language, and so they can sound smarter. So we're ready? We're ready to...
Yeah, baby!
I saw him reaching for his buttons and it threw me. I was like, what are you doing? So our word of the week this week is preternatural. I was talking with my son earlier, and he mispronounced it, and he kept mispronouncing it, and so I have got to make sure that I say preternatural. That is the correct way to say this. Preternatural. Preternatural. Beyond what is ordinarily found in nature, exceeding what is natural or regular. So did you know preternatural comes from the Latin phrase praeterum naturam? No, preternaturum. Preternaturum, meaning beyond nature. Medieval Latin scholars rendered this as preternaturalis, and that form inspired the modern English word. Things beyond natural can be alarming, and in its earliest documented uses in the late 1500s, preternatural was applied to strange, ominous, or abnormal phenomena, from works of God to signs of illness and disease. But by the 1800s, things were looking up for preternatural, with the word describing remarkable abilities of exceptional humans, as it most often is used today. So preternatural. We know if we don't use our new word...
So Captain America...
He would be preternatural.
Is preternatural.
Yes.
See?
So you used it in a word, in a sentence.
I can learn.
Sentence.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, you don't need James. He doesn't need any more books.
I got this.
He knows the language. It's good.
All right, boys, settle down.
That humbleness we were just talking about.
I I'm going to use the word in my own sentence.
All right.
Bill has a preternatural ability to
You're
speak
listening
wisdom.
to In Pursuit with me, Pastor Bill.
Hold on,
a production
hold
of WAJC.
We're pushing button. Shane is out there. He's like, that's it, you guys. I'm done. Shane wants to go home.
I was leaning too hard on their mouth.
It's okay.
Use it in a
start
sentence.
I'll use the sentence again. Bill has a preternatural ability to speak wisdom. I believe that is why so many people search him out for advice.
That's very sweet of you.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
And that's our word of the week.
Life Radio on 88.1 and 91.7 FM. WAJC is owned and operated by Maranatha Assembly of God in Forest Lake, Minnesota. If you would like to visit Maranatha Chisago Lakes campus, we have 4 weekend services to choose from. Visit maranathachisago.org to learn more and to check out some past messages.
And we're back, and I got a mouthful. So Matt also brought in, so in all of these journeys going out west, you make freeze-dried meals.
Jana makes freeze-dried meals.
That's right. You know she's listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jana this is her magic.
That's smart, man.
Yep.
That's cool.
This is delicious.
So
really
this
good.
one is buffalo mac and cheese. It's one of my favorite meals. High calorie, but just yummy. You get done at the end of the day, had a tough day, hiking all over the place. It's cold. Heat some of this up. It's like you're back at home.
Yeah. That's delicious.
Yeah.
That's really
That's
good.
wonderful. Janet's secret recipe. You'll have to get her on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny because driving here, I had the thought in my head, it's like, we should have Jana and Theodore come.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Stop crying, Teddy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we have 17 minutes and 15 seconds left before Shane pushes more buttons. And so I know that you, like when you preached, you worked hard. You just got so many good thoughts to challenge and encourage people with.
Yeah.
And I know that for today, coming in here, you put some thoughts together. So like I kind of just want to sit back and enjoy this mac and cheese and like teach us, man.
Man, I don't know if I put anything too organized together, but we can leave the listeners with a little bit of something. I think we're really focused in our house on family stuff right now with the little one and stuff. And what for those of you that don't know, Jana and I we're fairly newlyweds, just a couple of years, going on a couple of years.
Yeah, one of the most beautiful weddings we've been to.
So beautiful.
It was so cool.
Yep. And so one of the things that I think really has helped our marriage, and I think they can help families in general, and then individuals, if you don't have a family, is having your own set of core values. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of people have ideas of general direction of what they believe in, but they don't have any solid core values. And it's kind of funny. Natasha just texted me. Natasha is Sonny's sister, and this is one of her things that we talk about is kind of core values. So,
cool.
So this Natasha, this one's for you. So you get to hear it on the radio. So our core values, we've set them up, and we just put them out together for our lives and what works for us. Right? You gotta kind of tailor it to yourself. What our core values for Jana and I aren't going to work for maybe Bill and Denise or Sonny or Natasha or whoever it may be out there, right? So for us, our core values are lead. We use the term R.I.G.G. That's R.I.G.G. with faith in God, family, and our friends, right? So lead right up the front, up top, that just is a general overall of be a leader. Whatever you do, be a leader in that. And that doesn't mean always being at the front of the stage. Maybe that means listening. Maybe that means learning. Maybe that means when times are tough, you have the good attitude out of the group. If you're on a sports team in high school, be a leader out there, right? If you're in a church group, be a leader in your Bible study or church group, right?
Yeah.
And then we get down into the R.I.G.G. part. So R stands for resilience. Resilience, I think, is just...
So hold on now. If you're listening, whether you're listening live or you're listening later, this is Matt's style. Like, it's so intentional, and I want to encourage you to write this stuff down. Like Denise is writing, I grab my phone to start typing it in. Like, you can truly leave with something today that you can apply. So the R is resilience.
Yeah, resilience. I feel like we're always going to get knocked down in life. Got to pick ourselves back up, right? And you look everything from successful athletes to successful business people to successful pastors to anything. They all have that sense of resilience. And from a personal experience, this is one of the things that I was lacking when I was younger. It was one of my greatest weaknesses, right? Something would get me down. I'd screw up something. Maybe I got dumped by a girlfriend, something, and I wasn't too resilient. It'd take me a week, 2 weeks to get over it. I kind of put myself in a little hole, and those 2 weeks could have times valuable, right?
Yeah.
I could have been moving on.
Yeah.
All right. So resilience is so important. And Jana hates the way I put it sometimes, or dislikes the way I put it. But we all know the grief process, right? It's like the more efficiently you can get through that grief process and get to acceptance, the quicker you can move on. So many of us, we get stuck in that anger portion of the grief process or the denial. So I changed it for Jana. I've changed it. So the more efficient and healthy you can get through that grief process, right? Because you have to do it the right way, right?
Yeah.
We can't just skip to acceptance and not heal on our way through it. But get through that efficiently, get to acceptance and move on in life, resilience. And then from, I think, a church standpoint, we look at resilience. It may not be written like straight out in the Bible, but I think that's one of the greatest lessons that God and Jesus has given us, resilience, right? You look at all the apostles, disciples, they were all knocked down.
Oh, yeah.
Had to get back up. We're going through Acts. Paul, how many times did he get knocked down and put down and had to get back up, right? And then the greatest resilience of all, Jesus rising from the dead, right? When you're at your lowest, for all of us sinners and all of us, we think we're in the lowest parts of our life, like resilience. That's what God taught us. Jesus at his lowest part, crucified on the cross, and he rises 3 days later. The idea of resilience, that underlining message in there, right? Sometimes I feel like we don't talk about that very often in church or stuff. So resilience is the first one.
It's good.
Next is I. That's integrity. So exactly what you were talking about is trust and honor yourself and others, and especially when no one else is watching, right? So I always used to say, do the right thing all the time, right? How would I say it? Do the right thing for the right reason all the time. I think I'm actually going to change it, and I think this helped talking to you as we grow and raise Teddy. It's going to be do the right thing for the right reason when no one's watching, right? Because it's easy to do when someone's watching, right? When you got eyes on you, it's easy to have your I's dotted and your T's crossed and P's and Q's about us. So if you can do it when no one's watching.
And that's the performance that comes out then. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the integrity part. Then it's grit. That's the first G, grit. Just doing the hard things, right? When life's always going to be easy times and there's going to be hard times. When it turns hard, are you going to be the person that gets up and does the hard work?
Yeah.
Or are you going to turn over and back down?
Yeah.
I think grit and hard work have always been like my baseline for my success, right? I've never been the most athletic. I've never been the best looking. I've never been the smartest person, but I've always had more grit than everyone. I go on a team and I'll outwork, I'll outlast, I'll outgrit people. And I think that's one of these lost arts or lost traits as we get into this world that's more and more and more comfortable, right?
Yeah, I agree.
We're losing our grit, you know? So we always want to be gritty in our family, right?
We talk about that with, like, even currently now, you know, and we're in our, I'll speak for myself. I'm in my mid-50s, and And we live on the 10 acres, and we like to burn firewood. That's just one thing. We like to burn firewood.
Yeah.
Well, just that alone, like to do that one thing, to be a little bit more self-sustaining and to save a little money, it's crazy the amount of work that goes into it. It's not just one time. It's not like, I cut down a tree and I cut it up and I split it and I stacked it. Now you got to haul it from back there to the outside the basement door, and then you have to get up in the morning and go start a fire, and then you have to maintain, and then you have to bring more wood.
Yep.
And the wood goes away.
Yeah, I was hauling in wood this morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but that's one little instance of you're right. It's like that looks great. Like I would love to go hunt in the mountains for a month, but I know there's no chance I could do that kind of work. And so that's an example of like you're willing to do the work, and you get to experience something that literally, if you look at it on a grand scheme, so few people are willing to do the hard work and experience what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing.
So, yep, grit. And then the last part, the last G is gratitude. Gratitude, just being thankful. And this is kind of like your emotional backbone, right? It's really hard to be angry. It's really hard to be fearful. It's really hard to have all those negative thoughts when you just have gratitude. It's something that I've always leaned back on. So, little story with my family on my mom's side. My grandparents on my mom's side. So my grandma was a Auschwitz concentration camp survivor from Nazi Germany, and then my grandpa was a POW in the Polish Army.
No kidding.
Back in the day, and they're both survivors. They both came to America with absolutely nothing in their pocket. Came here legally with absolutely nothing in their pocket, and worked their way up. And
note.
Yeah, two generations later, I'm living a great life. We got property, we got great family. We got flying airplanes, going places.
God, that's unbelievable.
Well, Jana's shoveling snow, and I'm out in Tahiti with a margarita.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say about that right now.
But no, the point is like gratitude, right?
Yeah.
So we take so many things for granted these days.
Yeah.
Right? And
then feel like we're owed them.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. So just a little bit of thank you.
Yeah.
And that idea of gratitude helps you sit back and remember, like, hey, things aren't so bad today, right?
Yeah.
I have bad days. I had a bad morning this morning. Ask Jana. I'm a little frustrated this morning.
I can't wait.
But,
we're going to call her on the drive back to the church.
Just sitting back and just realizing, all right, not a great morning, but hey, it's great. We got a roof over our head. We got food on our table. We're cooking backstrap now. Like, got a little healthy boy. Like, gratitude.
Yeah, that's a great. The phrase that I love you said was your emotional backbone.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before, and that phrase is so, I think, important. Like that gratitude. Like Paul says, be thankful in all situations. You know what I mean? Like you're so right on. Like that phrase that's your emotional backbone, is having that thankful heart. Yeah. Always looking at it. That's such a great phrase. I didn't know that about your family, or if I did, I forgot. I have a book for you, another one. Was it called The Happiest Man?
Yeah.
And it's about a concentration camps survivor, and just his attitude and his zeal for life and his hope and stuff. Have you heard of it?
I don't know if I've heard that exact book, but I remember reading a book about I think he became a doctor afterwards or whatever, and he was a concentration camp survivor, and it was about how his positive attitude and zeal for life and yada yada helped him get through.
It's called The Happiest Man on Earth.
Okay.
The Beautiful Life of an Auschwitz Survivor. Yep. Just he talked about, or he wrote this book like when he was 100, 102 years old or something like that. Just a phenomenal book. When I started reading it, I think it was a couple days and I was done. It was so good.
Yep.
So I'll make sure and get that to you.
But I just started reading that, so you're going to have to give it to him after I finish, because then you don't have to give it back to us.
Yeah, it's one of those that you just pass around.
That's awesome.
That's good. Rig. What's the rigging like in your life? That's what makes me think of.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. How is it rigged, right? And then the last part of that is have faith in God, your family, and your friends, right? And that's the faith in God. That's kind of self-explanatory for us Christians in the room, right? That's we always have to fall back on our faith in God, but faith in your family, it isn't the same as the ultimate faith in God, but it's having that trust and that faith in your family and as a team, right? And then as your friends, it's almost, I don't want to rub it the wrong way, but it's kind of almost a way to help sift through bad friends. If you can't trust and have good faith in the friends that you surround yourself with, maybe you should look at your friends. Maybe they're just acquaintances or something else, but your true friends, you need to have faith in them. We need to be a team, part of a tribe, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So, I always, so that all together, right, I'm a very simple guy, but I like some structure, right? So that gives just a structure to everyday decisions that we make. It doesn't have to be one of the big things in life. Someone gets really sick or house burns down, you lose a job, whatever. No, it's every day in your life, and you just think if you're following this R.I.G.G method, right? Yep. Are you being resilient? Do you have integrity with it? Are you showing grit or are you being a wuss?
Do
you have gratitude for what's around you? And that solves 99% of our problems, right?
Helps kind of peel away some of the stuff that's just not.
Yep. So it's a very simple way to fall back and just to think of it instead of just having something broad, just saying, I'm just a Christian, I'm a man of faith, or we're a family of faith. Well, that's pretty broad. We're people that need to have something right there that can catch you. All right, I'm not being gritty right now, or you're not being resilient. And then we had that marriage class, right? It's a great way to communicate, right? So Jana knows when specifically to communicate on those specific topics with me, and I can do it with her, right?
Sure.
Well, Matt, you're not being really resilient today, or great job on your integrity, or, we're held to that standard of ethos within our family, and it's known across instead of just having Bill's traits that he wants to follow and Denise's traits, you share it as a family, right?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love it.
So
like you said, the structure. This is the framework. Now you have all of these different colors and the sheetrock, you have that, but when you boil it all down, this is the framework. This is what you're choosing to build your lives on. And like you said earlier, like when I listen to you and I think of these principles, James is a newlywed. Shane is a single guy. You have a young child. Peyton is 15. She just got her driver's permit. These are principles and a structure that you can put in place no matter where you are in life, and no matter if you're by yourself, if you're young or old. These are unbelievably good tools to put into place.
Yeah, I love it. When I first started assessing my life, because I'm not a real focused person, I would lay down at night and I would say, okay, how did I do today? And I would do that. I did that for quite some time before it became a natural process throughout the day. Like, how did I do? I would complete something and I'd say, okay, how did I do with that? Or I'd have an interaction and I'd say, how did I do with that? I started out doing that at night, reacting, responding, and then laying in bed and thinking, okay, I could have done this better and that better. But then the more I did that, it became part of the day rather than an afterthought. And so that's what this made me think of. It's like, R.I.G.G, you could start out by laying down at night and saying, okay, was I resilient today? Did I show integrity? Did I have grit? Am I showing gratitude? And as you do that, it will become part of your everyday thought process, not just at the end of the day, but you'll start self-assessing in the individual moments.
Yeah.
And I think that's
build
great.
Your structure on
and that's the trick, right? Make it part of your everyday life. And I know we have just a couple seconds, but as an example for that, we'll go back to elk hunting this year, right? So had a great season, but had your ups and downs like every other season. Well, we get to about day 19. I call a nice bull in 10 yards, pull back my bow, my string falls off my bow.
Oh, no.
I'm just heartbroken, right? My body's hurting. I haven't slept very well, emotionally drained, physically drained, whatever. And I had some cell phone service, and I called Janet, and I was pretty darn upset. I wanted to throw in the towel.
Yeah.
I still had some more days left, and she got on the phone, and she started talking to me. And I don't know if she did it consciously, but looking back, she went right through that rig.
No kidding.
And this is the response. So I ended up going back in and being resilient. But this is the text that I sent her. I sent her, back in the fight. Lead with R.I.G.G, resilience, integrity, grit, and gratitude. Thank you for pushing me to be resilient today with your honesty and integrity. I wanted to give up, but you believed I still had some grit when times got tough. I am in complete gratitude of your love and support. I hope we can teach little Teddy to grow with R.I.G.G. Love you more each day.
That's beautiful.
So the way she spoke to me that day to like calm me down, get me back hunting,
Yep.
she just used that R.I.G.G method.
Yeah.
She went right through it and said, hey,
That's awesome.
well, do you have your backup bow? Like, yeah. So how far is the truck? 2 miles? So can you get back,
That's
dust
no
your
big
hands
deal, you
up?
big baby.
Yeah. Yeah, go back, get the truck and get back out there, right? Get your whole bow. Be resilient,
That's
It's
awesome.
like, be honest with you. She talked to me like, are you truly injured or hurt or whatever, or is it just,
Yeah.
what's your actual, if you're being
Where are you at for real?
honest and
That's good.
truthful to yourself, where are you? Can you go back and hunt, or is it really time to come home? Is God telling you to come home?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had that conversation. And then, the grit part, right?
Yeah.
It's like, be gritty, and then gratitude. It's like, you've had a great season. You
Yeah, you got
walk
a lot
out
to
today,
be
you're
thankful
doo-doo.
for, yeah.
It's like,
That's
not
good,
many people
man.
do. So,
It's applicable. That's
yeah,
good. Well, hey,
perfectly applicable.
we gotta draw the line here. Thanks for coming on. I look forward to doing it again.
That's great, Matt.
Absolutely
Thanks.
wonderful. To all of you listening, I hope you have a great day. God bless you.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Thanks for joining In Pursuit with Pastor Bill and me, Denise. We hope you will tune in next Thursday at noon as the pursuit continues. In Pursuit is a production of WAJC, Your Life Radio, on 88.1 and 91.7 FM. WAJC is owned and operated by Maranatha Assembly of God in Forest Lake, Minnesota. The opinions expressed here are not necessarily those of the owner.